conversation for the nation. Yeah, the name is Law Nation. Without hesitations or deviations to the situation, just want to tell everybody, let's continue to grind and shine. Let's continue to figure this out. The Dallas Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Y'all know how this thing goes, right? But we still tell them, ain't no party like a cowboy party. Yeah. We live on multiple platforms right now. Really appreciate each and every last one of you all. Be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let a friend, neighbor, foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party as well. Come on. Hey. Oh. Come on. Jerry, what you tell him?
I want to make some royal.
Don't we all? Hey, hey.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
All the haters, stop what you're doing and lean forward just a little bit. Get out of here. Come on. Mama, there go that man again. Come on. Stand to your feet. Yeah. All right. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Hey. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Come on with it. Come on with it. Are you not entertained, huh?
I want me some glory hole.
Yeah, what's good with y'all, man? Shout out to you, Terrell. Appreciate you. Freedom XD, appreciate you for jumping in. Shout out to all of the mod squad out there that's helping this thing out. And salute to everybody on the HBO side and the SGs out there. Really appreciate you. Really do, man. And all of the D1s, hype squad. Y'all know how this thing goes. So the Eagles coach, he wears shirts now that said beat Dallas. You're like, come on, man. Who does? What you doing there, man? So Eagles coach, why don't you lean forward just a little bit? Get out of here, boy, with that. You better learn that. You better learn how to call those plays because we're going to come. We bringing all of the forces. We bringing all of the forces. Yeah, y'all want me to tell them? Yeah, just stay right there next time. Lean. Slap the Godzilla out of him. What kind of coach is he? But it is what it is. We'll see what type of energy he brings to the table Monday night. He better not have those jelly bellies. Y'all know how this thing go. Cowboy Nation and beyond. Appreciate everybody, man, that shared this thing. Y'all part of the share gang. And it's one of those things, whereas Sirianni leave for oh, let me see if I can put it. Bam, there we go. Yeah, so people can read what's going on with this man. What's going on with it, though? It's crazy. It's crazy, Cowboy Nation. Shout out to Twitter, Twitch, as well as Facebook. Appreciate everybody that's watching on those platforms. We multiple locations, as well as this will be also on Roku and Amazon. Law, where you not at, man? I'm everywhere, even at Pookie and Ray and Ashaniqua House, right? But it is what it is, Cowboy Nation. here's my thing. Here's my thing. These players, this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. And every week you're trying to gain an extra edge. And players are looking for any type of motivation that they can find, that they can sniff out, you know. Shout out to you, Lamont. Appreciate you. Natasha, what's good with you? Appreciate you for jumping in. So we're trying to figure out each and every angle we can take and bring forth and add that extra spice to the reason why we lay you out. Now, we're going to talk about Parsons. He was talking about, hey, he got every quarterback on his list. Don't you want to have every quarterback on your list, right? Right? You want to put every quarterback on your list. You want to make sure that they can taste the grass. And shout out to Parsons. Newsflash, we need that. For a long time, we've been searching that. We've been wanting that. We've been looking for that. That player with that what you call it? That dog mentality. Yeah, we want to bring out the dogs, man. We don't look on the offensive side. I get it. You could be a little docile with that, but on the defensive side, no. I want my dogs with teeth. I want my dogs to punch, fight, claw, and to next time you see them, you be like, man, hey, watch out for number 11. That's what we want. Joe Martinez says war daddies, right? Right? Yeah. I mean, Jerry Wayne said he'd been looking for some war daddies. I mean, he got Tank Law, you know, he was, you know, that guy that kind of got into that war daddy mode a little bit, but just didn't walk around with that confidence for the full time in his career, right? You'll see him do a little talking, and then you see him disappear. You see him do a little talking, and his mama say, hey, boy, why don't you hush your mouth, you know? And then he stop it. No, I want me a guy that's reckless, like what we saying out of Parsons. And I'm not saying that Parsons is better than Tank. Don't get my words twisted right there, you know. But I need my dogs. You know, here's truths. And you don't have to believe me to know this, right? You don't have to believe me, you know. But the lion, it don't act politely. Hey, gazelle, can I bite you on the ass just a little bit? No. The lion sink his teeth right then and there. The lion don't ask permission to bite. The lion walks out boldly to bite. Now, as you see the titling, 3 players that may have gone under the radar. Shout out to, I believe this is from Blogging the Boys. They wrote a beautiful article. Let me see if I can share this article with you all. And basically, under the radar stars, you know, I always like to pull out under the radar stars. And boom, bam, boom, bam, bam. Here you go. That link is now in the description box. 3 Cowboys who didn't get enough shine, basically, or enough praises Sunday. Now, I tell people all the time, I do. I tell them all the time is that validation is only good for parking, you know. And let me know if you guys can see that. Validation is only good for parking. We're building the plane while it's in the air, by the way. Yeah, this is me. Yeah, building the plane while it's in the air. You see this wonderful, beautiful article, Under the Radar Stars. 3 Cowboys who didn't get enough praise Sunday. And that's DeMonte KZ, Trayvon Diggs, J-Ron Curse, in any order you want to put it in. Now, hesitancy sometimes settle in when you talking about guys that was pretty much picked off from another team, you know, and now inserted on the Cowboys, and they didn't have a high remark. DeMonte KZ, remember, I'm telling people all the time, labelings are hard to pull off. They're hard. And DeMonte KZ, he's injury prone. He gives up the big play as it relates to coming down and hitting, and he's light and these sorts of things. He take bad angles. No. Kid, when we was able to see this thing, this kid showed us he had, north of 6 interceptions in one season, right? And when you think of it, we need somebody, especially these 2 right here. Let me see if you guys can see that cursor. We needed somebody, especially like number 18 and 27 in the backfield. It's been many a moons where we might have seen a play every three games out of a safety. But dog it, I know it's only been 2 games. But I come here to tell you, even in the preseason and some of the training camp, 18 and 27 been making some plays. At the time, 18 was 35, right? And 27 was another number. I forgot what his number was before he switched it. But these boys are making plays. And we've been looking for that because normally we would see what? Xavier Woods probably make a play. And then 4-5 weeks later, Donovan Wilson, he will make a play. But he didn't even get a chance to play. You know how that goes. And it would be a Jeff Heath moment, you know. But now we're in a situation where it's all through training camp and all through preseason, and now where we at now, we've been seeing 18 and 27 making plays. Yeah, let me give him one of these. Yeah, let me get it again. It's wartime, baby. It's wartime. Let me know if I'm wrong. So let's give praises to DeMonte KZ. He's been fantastic out there. Interception pass. You know, y'all seen the highlights there. But, you know, DeMonte KZ, he's not a stat stuffing machine by any means, but he's good, you know. And my thing is, and y'all can read the full article. I already posted in the comment box. And J-Ron Curse, to me, this guy, he's been the person. He got long range, not afraid to come down and feel, hey, we don't have to worry about sitting here waiting to see whether or not he's going to give 100% of the time, 100% of the time. Damn it, he gives 110% of the time out there. He's coming in with bad intentions like my guy Barry Church would say. Yeah, we got a donation to help elevate the nation. Really appreciate you, Tiff. Yeah, how about them Cowboys? Let's beat those no-fly zone Eagles. Let's go. AJ Davis, what's good with you too? S, what's good with you, SD? Somebody made the S spot priority. Look what the F happened. Oh my goodness. Speaking nothing but the truth. Shout out to you for the stars, Sally. Appreciate you for making the donations over there. Curse need to remain as our starting safety. Strong safety. It's ready red. We got a healthy problem. We do. We got a healthy problem, meaning that let the AI speak.
How about them Cowboys? Fire. Let's beat those no-fly zone Eagles. Football.
No doubt, Tiff. Appreciate you so much for your love and adulation for the nation. We got a healthy issue, right? We do. We got a healthy problem. We got a healthy situation, whereas now we can look at it and say, all right, cool. Donovan Wilson, we got you pegged as a strong safety. But we ain't trying to say Wally Pip here. But it could be a situation that this guy, J-Ron Curse, he's singing the song already. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. He ain't leaving that field, baby. Oh, excuse me. DeMonte KZ, he's looking at Malik Hooker, said, oh, I ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around. He ain't finna get off of that spot. No. Hey, now you're fighting. Oh, that's a healthy competition. So if one of your soldiers go down, now they coming in there and they singing the song. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Turn me around. Thank you. You know? Yeah, it's healthy. This is healthy across the board. Competition, dare I say. Why you think that Blake Jarwin is sitting there like, oh, let me catch some extra passes after when we was in training camp. Let me catch some extras, you know? Because Schultz was right there saying, what's up? Bring it. I'm right here. You know? Oh, Ezekiel Elliott. You see Slim Ezekiel Elliott? Oh, he can't play with 232 pounds now. No. You see Tony Pollard. Oh, let me stretch it out. Let me get up there. Let me go work it out. Let me put some extra stuff in. And Tony Pollard is looking at it like, oh, if Ezekiel Elliott get it out of the mud, I'm going to get it out of the mud. This is healthy competition, baby. I love it on the offensive side of the coin as well as the defense. Let me know where I'm lying. So I love it. I love it. I love it. And we can say the same talk track with the wide receivers. Amari Cooper, Lamb, Gallup. He's saying, oh, shoot, my leg. It's a contract year. Oh, man, I'm trying to find me a hyperbolic chamber so I can get healthy. That's good stuff, Cowboy Nation. I can go on and on with this. Oh, you think Keon O'Neal, he was the protocol, he was probably praying like, no. I can't get this I ain't gonna say the word, you know how we are on these platforms. I can't go through this protocol now. Let me take my zinc, elderberry. Let me get some sea moss. I'm bathing in sea moss. Let me rub it all over my body like the Illuminati. You know, let me let me get some sunlight. Test come in negative. Whoo! I'm playing Coach Monday because Jabril Cox is looking at that. I'm fresh, but I'm ready to get out there to showcase to the world, right? Healthy competition. Cousins _ Zay says Gallup stock is going to be down. Yeah, well, how many more weeks Gallup got? He got about 3 more weeks, right? 4 more weeks. He like, damn, this bye we need to hurry up and come. But, you know, it's a situation whereas he don't want to rush out there. And this is I think the Jones family, they'll give him a reasonable, within reason contract. I think that Gallup need to be on his team next year, right? But you know who's eating his elderberries and all of the oodles and noodles? LVE, you know. He's drinking the wolf blood right about now. He said, I can't afford to get injured. No. They was talking about me last year. No, I got to make sure that I get my milk so nobody won't be saying that, oh, my goodness.
He needs some milk.
No, they ain't going to say that about me. That's why he went and got that sack last game. That's why he didn't hesitate to come down and fill. Y'all don't see this? Huh? Y'all don't see this? Shout out to Jerry Wayne Jones, John Stephen Jones, Dan Quinn, and Mike McCarthy. Shout out to them for creating that type of culture. It took us a minute to get there, but now we can see that at least there's competition everywhere that you look around. Let me know where I'm wrong at. Let me know, and I will try to correct it. Competition goes a long way. Shout out to you, Tiff. I love when you say that. You know, that looks good on the screen. Y'all read what Tiffany says. You know? I love it. Speaking of competition, let's listen in. Shout out to 105.3 The Fan. Let's listen to these boys over here.
About those ribs getting all fixed up.
Let me rewind all the way to the beginning. There we go.
Now, how about those ribs getting all fixed up? How are you feeling here as we get closer to the weekend?
Yeah, I'm getting better every day. So I think I'll be good to go for Monday night.
Amari, people are pretending that it's a story that Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni wore a T-shirt that says "Beat Dallas." Like, people are stunned that the coach of a team is wanting to win his football game this weekend. What is your take on anything related to bulletin board material? Or I feel like people stretch so hard to pretend that something is trash talk.
Yeah, I mean, it's just sensationalism. You know, people want a story. You know, and if they don't have one, they'll create one.
Okay, this week you do have the Eagles, though. When you sat down and watched, you know, you got a couple of veteran cornerbacks there. I don't want you to give us your game plan or anything like that, but when you watch Steven Nelson and Darius Slay, what kind of comes to your mind of what the kind of corners you're going to compete against this weekend?
Okay,
like you said, they're veterans. You know, the biggest thing that separates like a NFL cornerback from like a college cornerback is just the experience. They're smarter. It's not like they're more athletic. In fact, like the athleticism declines, but just the fact that they know the game in and out. They're experienced. They've played in a lot of games, and so they're smart. You can't beat them with the same moves all game. Stuff like that. You know, especially Slay. He's a really solid corner.
It's Amari Cooper with us, and Amari, one of the things I think about when we're coming up for this Eagles game is was it your first time playing the Eagles with the Cowboys where you kind of had to talk Dak into throwing the ball over the top of the corners who were sitting on top of like your stop routes? Do I have that right?
Yeah, it was the second time playing the Eagles, though. I think because the first time I played the Eagles was like my second or third game as a Cowboy, and then we played them again home. That was the second time playing them. Yeah,
that was two in quick succession. How much do you think Dak has grown, and how much or has the coaching improved from that situation you were in 2017?
Hey, was that the game that he threw for 455 yards? Well, let me know in the comment box that second game with Amari Cooper. Was it against the Eagles or was it against the Washington team? I think it was against the Eagles, though. He threw for 455 yards for Dak Prescott, and he took the top off the defense. I'm talking about Amari Cooper. Let me know, Cowboy Nation, in the chat. I know you guys got the Twitter fingers and the Google fingers real quickly on that one. And that was a game. I think Scott Linehan was still the OC at the time, or had a lot of fingerprints in it. And he was like, "Nah, Dak, you can't have me on the hitch route, man. You got to take this thing over the top." And Dak was like, "Shoot, for real? All right, cool." And it was like, "Good night, Ari, boy. Ooh-wee."
Dak has definitely grown a lot. He's definitely he'll tell you that he's definitely a better player now than he was. Like I said, just experience. It's not like he has a stronger arm or things like that. He just knows the game better, and he's more experienced. I would say.
Amari, do you have a preference on guys you play against? Like you mentioned, Darius Slay is a good player. Like I think we all picture you as a guy that it's like, well, I'm going to go do the job and I'll beat whoever I have to beat. But if they had like 17 injuries and it's a rookie free agent, do you get excited about, oh, this guy's easy to torch? Or is it all the same no matter who you're playing?
Yeah, I would be lying if I said it was all the same. It's definitely like I would love to not go against the number one corner every week, just because it's easy. It's just easier. Like there's a difference in guys who are number one corners versus guys who are not. It's just like there's a difference between a number one receiver and a number two or a number three receiver. Like there's a difference. We're all pros, but there's a difference. With me, it's just I still feel like I could beat any corner, but the number one corners are definitely more sticky. There's less run after catch. You still get the separation, but it's probably not as much separation. So I would love to go against a number two or number three corner, kill him, and get that run after catch. And be able to score after every time I catch the ball.
That's a humble like I guess jazz talk right there. He said he would like to first, before he set up that statement there, he said he feel like he can beat any corner now. Let's not get that twisted. Of course there will be some corner that will get him on certain situations, right? But he said he feel that he can beat any corner. But, man, he would love to go up against the twos, the threes, or what have you. And he said he'll kill them. That's right, Jay Lombardi. Yeah, see what Jay Lombardi, kill him, shout out to all of the Roll Tides up in the house. Appreciate y'all.
So Gallup's banged up right now, but I wonder this. If, let's say, it's the Eagles and Darius Slay is their number one corner, if a number one corner followed CeeDee Lamb and not you, would you be offended, excited, or what?
A humble flex. I appreciate you.
I would be both. I would be both. It'll just like it's just like last year when we played the Eagles. Slay was following me. I mean, they play a lot of zone, but when they were playing like man, or when they were playing zone and wanted him to follow me, he was following me early in the game, and then Gallup was going off, and then they switched him and put him on Gallup. And I was offended, but I was excited at the same time. And then I went off, and then they didn't know what to do. So that's the type of team you want to have, though. Like you need all those weapons, and those are usually the teams that go far. So
So that was a great quick interview. Shout out to 105.3 The Fan. If you guys want to hear the full episode, click on this link below. It goes straight to their website, and you can listen to the full excerpt there of Amari Cooper talking to those boys on 105.3 The Fan. Shout out to them. Great conversation there by Amari Cooper on his mindset when you see, the quote unquote second string or third string corner on him, his eyes get big, man. He just humble flex, like Reddy Red said. He just humble. He's humble flexing on those boys. And it's a situation and a scenario that we all know it. If you played any sport or any competitive type of situation, you're in a situation where you had to compete, how that thing goes. Y'all know exactly what goes down, right? Like, you're going to look at this thing and say, all right, cool. Oh, you going to put that on me? All right, we'll see what's going to happen then. Okay, we going to see. Anybody watching the game, let me know of the score. Let me know of the score. I believe there's a game on right now, the Texans versus somebody. Is it the Panthers? Yeah, let me know of the score right quick. Keep me informed a little bit. Big facts on facts at home. Fire. Appreciate you, Tiffany. Yeah. OMB says, what's going on with Tristan Hill Law? I'm just going to shoot for after the bye. If he comes out sooner before that time, it'll be okay. Oh, Justin Boone, shout out to you, man. No score yet. Shout out to you, James, and Justin, and was it the Balls? What's good with you? She said all 0-0. What time the game kickoff? It is 7, right? Or 8 if you are in the east side, time frame. Yeah, Texans got a rookie at QB. Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll find out. So what happened to old boy? He got injured or something? Oh, wow. I might pull up on the Texas Live just to stun on Filthy. Yeah, I see you ready. You probably need to. All right, so this other one, I didn't get a chance to listen to this one at all. Just Jeff Kavanaugh and Brian Broaders. Believe they're talking about the matchups. And I'm going to let this one play, and then we listen to them.
I feel like that the left tackle there might be a little bit of somebody I would go after.
See, and I think he's a stud.
Yeah.
I think he's a monster. So they got a dude, he's a former rugby guy.
Yeah.
And in camp,
Mailata.
Yeah. Jordan Mailata. He's like 6'8", 350.
Right.
And in camp, it was him versus their former first-rounder, Andre Dillard. Who's going to be the left tackle.
Yeah.
And he beat him out so bad that they named him the starter and gave him a $64 million extension. They were like, hey, you won and here's the money. And I don't know. I was watching him against Nick Bosa, and I was like, God, dog, this left tackle is not getting beat.
See, there was times when I was watching him, though, there was times where I felt like that Bosa broke him down a little bit because I felt like there were times he set soft. Like you could see him for somebody that big. I was thinking like, man, he's sure setting deep for somebody that big.
Oh, you wanted him to just go out there and maul people.
I was thinking that with that size, I was thinking of, okay, how can Randy or how can Micah Parsons break this guy down? And if you get a guy that retreats because he's not really experienced, that's the thing I'm looking at. I'm like, okay, if Randy can carry this guy really deep, that gives you a chance to get, you get a big body and all of a sudden Hurts feels that big body right there.
He's a big old dude.
He is a big old dude. So I think to me, rushing him, I think you're going to have more success than rushing against Lane Johnson. Because I think Lane Johnson's a better athlete, but I think the experience factor there too.
Yeah, now to Brian's point there, Randy is slippery. Now, that big guy that used to play rugby, he's aggressive. I just look at tape. He's a finisher. Once you're on the ground, just watch out. It's going to be pancake time, and he's going to splat you. That's just his mindset. He plays through the echoes of the whistle. He's at tackle, but he got a guard's mentality as it relates to finishing and just laying on you. So when you look at his tape, just look at his tape. Just look at his tape, and you will see that after every play, he's getting his hands on you. So this could be a situation where it could be a frustrating moment for Randy Gregory, and he can't let this poison his mind, right? And of course, they ain't gonna put Parson on their side. but if we do see that matchup, it's more of a wide 9 technique, right? A wide 9, they're going to get out, line him up wide. They're not going to line him up so close where he can get his hands on you. And he's strong. That guy is very strong. Shout out to him for getting the $64 million, and shout out to the Eagles front office for taking that risk or gamble at a rugby player.
So I am kicking their right guard's butt. That's my plan.
Yeah.
Is I'm going to be like, hey, Cowboys, magically have a good D tackle. Or Osa, you had a nice week last week. Go kick their – because I got so used to with the Eagles, there's names that are damn near institutions because they've been there so long.
Yeah.
Like now, Jason Peters is gone.
Yeah.
But you got used to Jason Peters.
Right.
Their center, Jason Kelsey, who's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Their right guard, Brandon Brooks. You got used to him being amazing. And then Lane Johnson, the right tackle. Brandon Brooks against San Francisco looked like boo-boo.
He was.
Then he got hurt. He's out. So they'll be playing Landon Dickerson, who was at Alabama.
And that's his first time.
Yeah. And he looked like he couldn't play football when he came in that game.
That was the first time he's played all year.
The
he
jelly
had no
bellies,
preseason, no training camp, no nothing, coming off injury.
Go whoop him.
Yeah.
And I loved him coming out of school.
I did too.
Jelly
I did
belly.
too. The
Appreciate
thing about I
you,
was
Sean
surprised how bad he
Gardner.
played, but it was his first experience out there. It'll be interesting to see how they do this. Okay, I know I teased this. How about this? This comes from our buddies at Sharps Football, right? We kinda
Warren
like
Sharp?
Warren Sharp. We kind of like what Warren Sharp's doing with his stuff, right?
Yeah.
I spent some money with him. It's money well spent, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm not supposed to do that, right? Is that a
very slick $30 or
yeah?
so,
Yeah,
$25 for that
spent,
book.
a little bit more than that. But
Wow.
we did. We did.
Oh, do they have like a member situation?
Oh,
You bought
yeah.
you a little membership?
Oh yeah, I did.
Look at Krusty
I did.
digging into the numbers,
I did.
bro.
I like what you guys. Okay, how about this?
Krusty.
How about this? I'm going to throw some things at you and say, tell me if this is sustainable or this is whatever. Just give me your opinion on this.
Give it to me.
And this is a breakdown of this football game. I find these things interesting. The Cowboys have forced a turnover on 30.
Let's go Cowboys. Law, thank you for all you do for Cowboy Nation. DC4L.
Always a lady. I really appreciate you. I saw you also join the membership there. I really appreciate you. All of these things goes a long way, not a short way, and I appreciate you. And also shout out to the mod gangs out there, man. I really appreciate y'all.
% of their opponents' possessions this year. That's the highest rate in the NFL in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it is the highest rate in 2 weeks.
30% of their opponents' possessions have been turnovers. Is that sustainable?
That's probably the highest rate in
It is.
2 decades.
I was going to say, no, I don't think it's sustainable.
I mean, what's league average? Maybe 8%, 5%, something like that?
But hear me out, Cowboy Nation. The most way we could look at this, I think it is sustainable. I know I hear a lot of people saying that it's not, but just look at the type of players that we got. Like, let's be real. DeMonte KZ, I think he finished the season one time with 7 to 8 interceptions. It could have been more of that, right? I think it was 9 at one point. And then Malik Hooker, I think he finished one time with 5 or 6 interceptions within the season. He's our backup right now. We've seen Diggs last season, his rookie year, had his hands on 14 passes that he could have taken the ball away, right? So now we look at it like, okay, now he's actually taking the ball away, and he's on pace for having 17 interceptions. Now, I know it's still too early to look at the numbers, even from a numbers guy. Panthers just scored a touchdown. Oh, I probably need to be watching that game. Where we play the Panthers? What week? That offense looking pretty good, and that offensive coordinator and new system that they got approaching over there look like it's worth its while, right? But I'm gonna go watch that game, James. Appreciate you. So the score is what, 6-0 or 7-0? Donald rushed the touchdown. We play them next week. Oh my goodness, I need to be watching this one. I'll watch it on rewind, though.
No, I think they've taken a step in the right direction. I think they'll be above average.
Well, think about that. They have 6 takeaways. And if I remember it right, against Tampa, you had 13 possessions. Against the Chargers, you only had 7. So it's 4 out of, I guess it's less than 20 for the opponents. Yeah, 6 out of 20. That's it. Yeah. So that's absurd. And no, you won't keep that up. But there is a
What's
balance.
a number? Can you give me a number? I know that's.
I
Just,
think
I'm
the
asking
Cowboys will
You guys are good with
average-
numbers, so give me a number.
I would say the Cowboys will average turning teams over a time and a half a game. 1.5 a game.
1.5.
And right now they're getting 3 a game.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think you'll keep doing that. But I do
1.5, huh?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. A pick here, the next game a pick and a fumble,
Yeah.
the next game 2 picks, then a forced fumble. Like I think, about 1.5 a game. And I'll have to look up. Is that like way above league average? Or
that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, I don't know the
He didn't list on that, but
Dolphins led the league last year with 29 takeaways.
Okay, so less than 1 a game leads the league. Let me retract my prior statement.
Less than 2 a game.
Oh yeah, 16 to 29.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 a game. Yeah,
got
I'll
17
stand by
games
that.
now.
17.
Yeah, I can see the Cowboys forcing 25-ish turnovers this year because I do think that 2 things are true. One,
what is that?
Players can be guys that get their hands on the football.
Yeah.
But also as a team statistic, it's not a stable thing year to year that, you're going to lead the league in taking the ball away. It just doesn't happen. It ebbs and flows. But I think they have dudes that do that. I think Diggs is a ball guy. I think Jordan Lewis has been. I think Parsons will be. I think you've got dudes that will put the football on the ground out of the quarterback's hand, out of the running back's hand, and guys who will play aggressively and get picks.
I like that. I think
so you can be a bad defense but force some turnovers.
Well, here we go, guys. The Eagles are the last remaining team in the league without a turnover.
Really?
Yeah.
I guarantee you the Cowboys turn the Eagles over. Guarantee you they turn them over.
Fumble or interception?
I'll say one of each.
Oh.
If I have to power rank them, I will say interception.
Yeah.
But I would give you one of each because I think Jalen Hurts does a lot of good things.
Right.
But I think Jalen Hurts still does a lot of determining where the ball's going before the ball even gets in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
And it could have cost him at least 3 times against San Francisco. They just didn't catch him.
Now, that's some truth from Jeff Cav right there. Appreciate him. Be sure to check out his YouTube page and as well as his social media on Twitter under Jeff Cav. Here's the situation, Cowboy Nation. I believe what can gain or get us more turnovers will be our offense scoring. Why, Lord? Well, that forces team to be more frantic. That forces team to try to keep up. And when our offense get on the same page, it's gonna be crazy when we battle this red zone, Cowboy Nation. Oh my goodness, it's just gonna pick up everything. And I believe that this offense right now, we're just seeing the baby stage of this offense getting ready. All right, so I did turn it to the Texans game. I see Mills. He's the quarterback that's under center now. Okay, all right. They're running. So it's 7-0 right now. We'll look into this thing.
He was going to run a screen, and a D lineman blew the screen up. He's like, well, it's a screen. I'm going to throw it anyway. And it was like, boom, and he just batted it down.
Yeah.
He had a running back out wide that was running a stop route, and he decided that's where I'm throwing it. Corner never moved, undercut it, should have picked it, didn't. He put the ball on the ground once, but they recovered it. He threw a bomb to Devontae Smith when there were people in his face that was double covered that they didn't catch. Jalen Hurts will turn the ball over for you.
He'll try.
He's going to give you a chance.
He said he'll try. Shout out to those boys, man. Let me share this link with you guys. And that was the end of that episode, so that you guys can watch the full one without me stopping and rewinding. Appreciate you guys, man. Shout out to 105.3 The Fan. They was talking about the matchups. I believe our turnovers is contagious. It's contagious, and I believe if the Cowboys stick to the plan of flying out to the ball, being that aggressor, turnovers will happen. That's just how it goes. That's just the flow of football, too, by the way. It goes just that way. Now, I believe that this team, once our offense get to rolling, get to scoring, and especially when we face teams and they're one-dimensional now, and we know that it's about to be a certain look, it's going to be trouble. It will be. Fast and physical, baby. That's what I'm talking about, Jay Lombardi. Appreciate you. Who y'all got for this game, though? Who y'all want to win, the Texans, or do you want the Carolina Panthers? Who y'all want? Who y'all want? Let me know. And let me know in the comment box. But right now, the Panthers are 2-0. So if that happened, they'll be 3-0 heading into Dallas week, and everybody will be like, yeah, this will be a team that the Cowboys must defeat because they are an undefeated team, and we're here to talk tracks of the quote-unquote win-loss record of the team that the Cowboys struggle with, right? But that's a story of a different day, right? Panthers, I see you. Panthers, I want them to be undefeated. Is ready, red. Yeah, when we face them. So remove all doubts, right, of where we stand at. Yeah, they're going to be a good situation. Good tackle by number 26 on the edge there. All right, so what we'll do here is we're going to, I love to wear this button out right here. This button right here. Let's see if we can listen to some slaps over here. This is the guys talking about my boy. Y'all already know who I'm finna talk about, right? Parson. Listen to this one right here. Listen to this. Let me know if you guys can hear that.
He's potentially on.
Well,
can't find it because the Von Millers, they're like generational.
Right. Yeah, they don't grow on trees.
They don't. And I think he's got that in him.
Right.
So to me,
get it out, man. Here we go right here. Well, that was the end of that one right there. And when we think about all of what just been said with this right now, Cowboy Nation, it is what it is. Whether or not you play him on the edge, whether or not you play him at Mike or what have you, I believe that, this guy, every single time he's on the field, it gives us a better chance and opportunity. A better chance and opportunity to make something happen explosively, to get the ball back to our offense. And that's the end of that part of that. So it is what it is. And on top of that, I want to keep teams still guessing. I want to keep teams in the shadows. And, that's how I look at it. And that's just how it is, Cowboy Nation. Let us do a quick phone situation. We'll do the phone lines. It's 807 where I'm at. 657-390-7391. Call in, give me a call, voice your thoughts, voice your opinions over here. Let me know what's on your mental, what's on your mind. Yeah, I agree with you, Terrence. They should have went on ahead and kicked the field goal there, and that would have put them up at least by 2 scores, and especially since your defense is playing pretty well, you can at least do that. I agree. It's week by week thing. Yeah, this is Paul Soul. Appreciate you. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Appreciate you, Marissa. Appreciate you. Randy Gregory get his first. Yeah, I mean, my thing is with this, when we think of everything, think about how explosive this thing can be when you get your full forward. Like I seen what you posted, Montana. Our offense not fully healthy, nor our defense. But if we are still making plays out there, that's everything we need to say. Even at the limited time that we have here, I wonder how many tight ends. Now we still have 3. We still have 3 available tight ends right now. We have to play Carolina defense that have sacks already. Yep. Let me see if I can fix this. It's cutting off on the edge right here. Appreciate you, James Tyson. Appreciate you. Let's do it this way. Here we go. They'll reboot it right quick. Appreciate you for the donation there, James. Facts. Here's what we got as far as questionable. J.J. Whiteside is questionable. Miles Sanders is questionable. Hassan Ridgeway is questionable. And Brandon Brooks, he's out. As far as the Cowboys lineup, of course, they got Keanu Neal is out. But from what I've heard, that he's questionable. It's going to be a Monday decision for him. Amari Cooper, he's questionable. But as far as from what we know, he said in his interview that he will be ready by Monday. So nobody knows their body but their body, right? And that is Amari Cooper's body, so I will lean on what he believes. All right, Dorrance Armstrong is out because of his ankle, as well as Carlos Watkins, he's out. And Todd Nasucky, he's, it is what it is with Todd Nasucky. And that's just how this goes altogether. Points per game, they broke that down. Cowboys averaging a little bit more points per game than the Eagles, what have you. And, of course, yards allowed, we are giving up more yards or what have you. But the total yards, we moving this thing. So I believe that the Cowboys offense will have a hell of a day today. And it'll be a situation where as we look at this offense and we'll say, yeah, the offense is what's carrying this team all the way through. Pull hamstring, huh? Shout out to you, Mike Meticulous. What's up? What about Golston? William Anthony Golston, they slowly moving him in. If he's on the active, he'd probably be on the active, but not on the active 46. So that's how that goes with Golston. I don't think that he will play this Monday. If he line him up, and we'll be surprised to see him out there. Cool plan? Yeah. He's going to cook the Philly secondary for a living. Yeah, Jay Lombardi, yeah. He said he's playing, so it is. What about number 24, Law? This is Boss Man Fat. I want him to play. I think that he need to get out there to play, but they're growing. I think that from what reports I was able to hear, I didn't get a chance to see anything that's been new that was reported for him. So I don't think that he will play this weekend. And even if he was healthy, I think that they would still pull the Anthony Brown. He's the senior out of this mix. Let's get him a chance, But I do have the first caller of the day. Have Coach. Coach, you live.
Hey, Law, what's going on, brother?
Nothing to it. Talk to me.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you the key to this defensive thing. I think I sent you a text earlier today. What I felt was the defensive key to this game.
Right.
The key to defensively this week. I know we've been talking about pressure on the quarterback.
Right.
But the key to this game is stopping the run. This is going to be our first test of a team that's going to actually try to run the ball and make big plays with Hurts, but they're not going to throw the ball 50, 40, 45 times with Jalen Hurts. They got a certain amount of throws they want him to make. They're second in the NFL in the first 2 weeks of running the ball. They ran the ball really well against San Francisco last week, and they're going to try to contain our speed and all this talk about Micah Parsons on the end getting after the quarterback, and they're going to try to make it a physical battle with them running the football. This coach right here is getting back to running the football. Last year, that was a problem of the Eagles. They didn't run the ball enough. This guy's getting back to trying to run the football.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can stop the run early, strong and early, then we can be able to hunt Jalen Hurts. Then we can go hunting then. But we're gonna have to be very stout up front. We're gonna have to cut the outside the tackle run down a little bit better than we did against against the Chargers.
Right.
I'm not really worried about the middle, but I'm really worried about this on the edges, because I think that's what we're going to attack. And we can stop the run early and strong. Then we're going to be able to use our packages to hunt Hurts now. But we're going to have to stop the run first.
All participants are muted.
No doubt, Coach. Dog, I lost you. But I feel you what you're saying, Coach. Wonderful sentiments there. Stopping the run early and often. They got two guys that can run, of course, Gainwell and as well as Miles Sanders, who can catch the ball in the backfield and squirt and get upfield, which I believe is pretty good. I believe that we will have no issues at all stopping the run on that one. But call back if you want to, Coach. I didn't mean to kick you up out of there. But shout out to my guy, the Lunatic. You're live.
Law Nation. Cowboys Nation. What week is this? What week is this? It is freaking filthy week.
Yeah.
Those goddamn She-Gulls, they had one good game against a bad Atlanta team.
Right.
And they said, playoffs.
Yeah.
San Francisco brought them back to earth. And Monday night, Dak is going to put them in their place. That's right. And as Coach said, they want to run.
Yep.
Why? Hurts, what is this, his sixth start? His 6th start. What did Diggs do to him last year? 2 interceptions. Not 1, 2 against Hurts. They want to run the ball, take the ball out of his hands. But guess what? Hurts is their leading rusher. We need to go ahead, and this is one of those where we make Hurts beat us with his arm. Because guess what? Spoiler alert, he can't. He cannot. Dak has that arm. Dak has that veteran savvy. He has that whatever you call it. But he has it, and he'll lead it. And now, as for Micah, Shannon Sharp, you should know, once defenses scheme for you, that is when you are going to find out how much of a versatile weapon Micah is. Versatility. He can be a hammer 1 week, 4-3 speed coming at you from that defensive end spot, 20 yards, 15 yards down the field, causing you to be called down, or he can be a scalpel.
Right.
That is what Micah is. That is why, Cowboys Nation, need I remind you, Jerry and Steven said Micah was the top-ranked defensive player they had on their board. We were just hoping for a cornerback. Micah fell to our laps, so we said, let's take him, let's unleash this bull, and let's take this division.
Let's go.
So Monday night, those damn filthy she-gals, they can do all the yapping they want. Monday night, it's going to be the feather-plucking, ass-roasting game that we expect. Big Dak energy. Big Dak energy is going to show you on a Monday night. Once again, NFL, keep doubting him.
Keep it.
Keep thinking Micah's just a rookie. Don't worry. At the end of the game, Cowboys Nation is going to stand up at 2-1. Cowboys Nation, you keep telling those filthy fans, puro, pinche, Cowboys. Thank you, Law. Appreciate it. Cannot wait for Monday night.
Yeah, appreciate you. The lunatic. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Let me get this trash can out of the way. 240, man, you live.
What up, Law?
Nothing to it. Talk to me.
Man, just want your opinion on something. 2 things, actually. So, do you know if Cooper is going to be out for Monday night, or if he doesn't play, do you think who's going to be able to step up for that role? I don't want to see a Juju Smith-Schuster situation come with CD, but, it might be his number to be called for this weekend, for Monday night.
He said that he will be ready by Monday. That was him talking, and he know more about his body than we would know, and that's Mari Cooper. He's not listed as questionable. Well, he listed as questionable, but he's not listed as out. So he said that he will be ready. He said he should be ready by Monday. That was his words.
Okay.
So that's good. That's good news.
As far as Mike on the line, I seen I watched when you went through his play from rushing the passer, and he had one. He got he over pursued, and Herbert went to roll out. And he kind of fell on his butt. I know what you know what I'm talking about. That play.
Right.
But you think he's ready to take on that role of pushing through defensive linemen to get to where he need to be? Because that contain is also important. They talk about Undisputed about how the middle linebacker got to be also instinctive using their brain, and a lot of times they try to push a narrative of see ball, get ball.
I know college is different from pros, but the Eagles will be running like a college style or a college type of offense there. And the best game that you could take a look at is that Justin Fields game, versus Penn. You will see that when he was lined up, he spied the quarterback and he eliminated some of the runs when it was to his side. I'm looking at Jalen Hurts, something similar to a Justin Fields as relates to running around and finding the open guy. I'm looking at it that Parsons would do a good job if they keep him at linebacker. Now, if they put him on the edge versus Lane Johnson, he's going to have a hard night. He had a difficult night even with the other guy against the L.A. Chargers. He had to figure out what was his concept, his technique, and once he figured it out, we saw him literally. I say this all the time on my show, building the plane while it was in the air. He literally built the plane while it was in the air. He realized that, hey, I can't run through the body. I can't just go to the edge and say, okay, I'm going to use my speed. So he did some setups. He faked like he was going to the outside and pivot back inside. So what you saw on my film session was the process of the first, second, and third, all the way to the fourth quarter, that you saw him start utilizing his hands and figure out all of the ways that the guy was trying to take away. He was able to combat that. And that's part of defenses. Right. I believe he played a game just like he played a game of chess. It's a chess match. But Lane Johnson, he's going to be a tick ahead of him because he's been around the corner for a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
But I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you calling in. Anytime. Good call from a man for the 240. But you guys get what I'm saying. I'm not sitting here saying that Parsons will play like that against every tackle in the NFL. You know, that's just unrealistic, you know. But we can see that one thing that man can't just craft up for himself, and that's God-given speed. That is something, my friend. You know, 4-3, you just can't go create that in the lab. So wherever they decide to do with Parsons against the Monday Night Football team, the Eagles, it will be well thought out and crafted up by Dan Quinn. Let me let Coach Marr back on the phone line. I didn't mean to kick you off, Coach. What you got?
Yeah, Lord. I was want to make sure that I get that point home because. Mm-hmm. The running game, the stopping the run. Cowboy fans, let's don't forget. The running game, stopping the running game, sets the table for everything else you want to do. And that way, you can put these guys out, and you can really hunt the quarterback because you kind of limit these guys from controlling the ball against you. The Eagles want to control the ball, and they want Hurts to make big plays in the passing game. But as one you called us said, when you start scheming, you know, Micah Parsons, like you said, you can't beat God-given talent. But he had a lot of things working for him on last week. One, the Chargers had no time to prepare for this guy to play defensive end.
Right.
2 days before the game.
Facts.
Two, they had a guy that they had a rookie free agent in one tackle and a first round draft pick at another tackle. And they didn't really, have any type of really film study about how to attack this guy.
Facts.
The Eagles are going to attack the God-given speed he has, yes. But if these guys have got any type of salt as coaches to them, I'm going to do the exact same thing that the Cowboys did to Bosa. We're going to see if he can handle the run game at defensive end.
Right. We're
going to see if he can take on those tackles, and maybe we might start out the game and double team him. We want him to feel the pain. You want to be on the line with the big boys? We're not going to let you run wild. We're going to put some physical touches on you. But that's okay. That's why I think utilizing Parsons at defensive end on true passing downs, you really can't do that. And then he can utilize his speed as well as if you put him in the middle, let him attack that guard they got in the game that they're losing one of their best guards, and they got another guard coming in to play guard. Let him devise a scheme where you can overload the side, where you give him free reign to come up the middle and work that guard one-on-one with a little bit of space. I think he'll win those type of battles, and he'll be in Hurts' face.
Right.
I need him at linebacker because at first I need to control this run game. If you have all these types of things to get into the quarterback, Law, I'm telling you, the first thing the team say, they're getting interceptions. Their secondary looks pretty stout with getting interceptions. Let's see if they learn how to stop the running game. And Sanders has hurt us in the past in the running game.
Facts.
So
he hurt us via like those the screen passes and the outside.
And they're gonna
sweeps,
attack.
yeah.
And if Micah Parsons is at linebacker, I mean at defensive line, 90% of the time, they're gonna go right back to attacking LVE and Jalen with him. They're going because this is a division game. So division games know the personnel on the other team.
You saw what they did last season. They used CJ Goodwin as the spy, as a safety spy to come down, and he got good speed. You know, CJ just can't cover anybody, right? So I don't know if you do the same game plan because now you got different coordinators as it relates to the defensive side.
And you got different talent now. You got different
talent now. You don't have to rely on the CJ. but it worked. Right, it worked though, Coach. It worked though. You know.
Right. So yeah. So you got and that's where. But I look for Randy Gregory to have a big game. I think Randy Gregory will have a big game. He's playing against that guy too. Over on their right side tackle, he would have had a great game. And, you know, he didn't get a chance to play because he was on the protocol.
Right.
But I look for him to have a great game, and I hope your boy gets called up from Mississippi, because he should have never been on the practice squad from the start with Justin Hamilton. And I believe if Justin Hamilton gets on the field, he's not coming back off, Law. If he gets back on the field this week, he's not coming back off.
And a good thing that we need to take a look at, it was one of those preseason games. He caused a fumble, and he said he played disciplined football, and he filled in, and he got down there to knock the ball out of the running back hand. I forgot what game that was. But Justin Hamilton, he's a try-hard guy, you know, and I believe he did him out there. Mm-hmm.
He plays big. And you know something? Law, I'm going to say this one last thing.
Go ahead.
Doesn't feel good to be a Cowboy fan, and when we lose a player, I see what you said last week, earlier today, when you said we lose a player, and it seemed like the whole defense go to that's it. We struggling. Doesn't feel good to me to have young guys and enough talent that when somebody falls out, we are confident in the guy they're putting in there. Yeah. That means we building a deep team, and the only thing they got to do is keep gelling, get through these first 4 games 3-1, and then let's move on and improve the rest of the season. Thank you, Law, for taking my call again, man.
No doubt. Appreciate you, Coach.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Call from Coach, man. Wisdom of coaching. When he calls in, man, I just hush and I just listen because I'm gaining something, you know. That's why God gave us 2 ears and 2 eyes, so I can see and I can absorb all of this stuff that he's spitting at me. I got one mouth to speak, and that's why I allow him to go into that. And shout out to everyone that called in today. And it's always a pleasure of us going through this conversational piece and getting things to go in and go out smoothly. Shout out to you, Chris Davis. I think I saw you commented, said, I don't like you anymore. Come on, man. You know how it is. I like all of my people that's here, you know. I never get to a point whereas I block people because I don't like their stance. I always say those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. I'm not here to change nobody's mindset, mind, or anything of what they believe in. I just try to spit my truths. It is how it goes. But, Chris, you know, don't ever think that I disagree with a lot of people, you know, and I'm not always right. I was wrong, you know, on a lot of guys, you know. I'm wrong. I'm wrong majority of the time. But the truth of the matter is that even when you're wrong, you got to continue. Case in point, you got to continue to try to figure out how you better your best. The major thing that I saw all off season was Micah Parsons. He literally, and this is the mentality that I want everybody to exhibit and exude. He called out Amari Cooper one of the better chess players on his team. He called him out and said, hey, I want to play you, dog. I want to get this thing going right now. I want to play you. And Amari Cooper beat that butt, spanked that butt all the way around. But the major thing that I saw from that is that he didn't fold up like a wallet or a launcher. He didn't use outside excuses. He didn't say, oh, it's because you're older. Oh, it's because you play with these type of boards and these sorts of things. He continued. He continued to push. He continued to play. It goes a long way, not a short way with me. I think you already called in 240. Let me see what's going on. Are you repeating? 240, what's good?
So, I have one more question for you.
Go ahead.
So Anthony Brown, and what do you see as in? How do we fix the number 2 corner? What's your ideal pan out for that? You like Boss Man? You like Nation? Like, what do you see? Because I see eventually they're gonna. He got to come out the game. They aiming for him heavily. And the next question was for the tackle also, because what's his name? What's his name? He's out this week. The tackle. He's out this week.
No, you talking about Carlos Watkins?
Yeah. What do you got? What's the vision this week for that? And what do you got? How do you see that panning out with Gallimore coming in the rotation as well?
You slowly insert Gallimore. You don't want to rush him in. He's going to be out still for a couple of more weeks, I believe. And if he's ready this week, then he'll be only on limited snaps. I can only believe that. And I haven't heard any news on Gallimore being ready. But the person that me and Coach was talking about is Justin Hamilton from Natchez, Mississippi. Shout out to my hometown. You insert him where Carlos Watkins is missing at.
Right, Watkins.
You would not miss a beat, man, because I believe that, all through this training camp, Justin Hamilton, he played a little bit better than Carlos. But and he's bigger, so give me Carlos Watkins on the bench watching and let me see Justin Hamilton on the field. And Justin Hamilton may have an axe to grind against those Eagles because he was once on the Eagles team. So that could be a situation where I'm trying to get every edge possible for my guy to perform well.
Even also, I like him in the rotation as well too. He's been definitely penetrating.
Oh yeah, I mean those twist stunts. He almost got home last week, but we need for him to get there though. But Parsons was a little bit close on some of that.
How you feel about cornerback number 2? What's your vision for that?
Oh, you said cornerback number 2, and here's my thoughts on this one. Throw the kid out there in the water. Boss man, you drafted him in the 2nd round. If he's healthy, throw him in the deep end. Say, hey, it's time for you to get out here, man. Hey, by the fact, you behind right now. Diggs was already playing this around this time. And you got to get out there. You got to get your lumps. I like seeing the young DBs getting their lumps because we're going to need you in November, December.
Yeah, but, Trey, he actually took it and applied it, though. Those wasn't just burnt last. He don't get burnt like that no more. Facts.
Well, he had some gaping holes last game, and he explained it on his last interview. He said if he stayed with it, and that's the DB mindset. You got to have a short-term memory, but you got to remember. And you got to look at it like this. He would still have his awards, but I would take that opposed to being too safe, I would take that. But then you can't be too reckless like Johnny Bones. You got to take some risk, but you can't be too risque.
I just like the defense, man. They going after the ball and the corners. That's what we need. We ain't had the secondary jumping that ball like that in a long time. And it's good to see it. 2 corners will be better than 1. Bring Kelvin in.
No doubt, man. Let him play and let Nashawn. Hey, we already know what Anthony Brown do. He's been here for 6 years,
Yep.
But appreciate you for calling in, man.
Sir, much respect, Law.
No doubt. And there's no shade at Ant. I think that Ant, he's a veteran, and he, at this point, it's just what it is. He's the vet. Just like Carlos Watkins. Did he outperform Justin Hamilton? No, he's the vet. It's just how it goes sometimes. Hey, Jordan Lewis, Maurice Kennedy. Who would you want? It's no hate or shade, but sometimes we can be looking at the outside looking in, and we say, hey, man, put Maurice in, dog. We like what we see out of Jordan this year. He's having a great start of the year. But, man, put Mo in, man. Mo was leading. I think he's second place, or he led everybody. I mean, we're talking about training camp, of course. And some of that stuff could be obscured when you have Ben DiNucci throwing you the ball and you getting the interceptions. But, hey, he balled out. So it is what it is. Appreciate everybody for calling in. We'll leave the phone lines open for a couple more minutes before we shut it down. 657-390-7391. Even if you disagree with me, call in. You know, I'm not sitting here going to beat you up and tell you, hey, lean forward. You know, I ain't going to do that to you. I'm respectful. You know, I won't slap you, you know. 657-390-7391 is the hotline for your mind. We ain't gonna y'all ain't doing what's tonight? It's Thursday. You know, we ain't doing nothing else. It's Friday. I'm off tomorrow. So let's get this thing going, right? I'll be in the air Saturday. We'll be flying out of town to California. So I'm just trying to get it all out of the mud now, right? What's the score? Let me see what the score is on this game. They moving the rock. 7-0. Got my guy, man. Talk to me, man. Montana.
What's up with your law, man?
Chilling, man. Chilling over here.
Man, I'm over here watching this game, man. I swear to goodness, man. We better not even sniff like we about to lose to Carolina. These boys, mom.
Yeah, they sus, man.
They look, man.
I see the Texans in red zone right now.
The Texans over here playing 2-minute quarter football.
Oh, touchdown.
The ball all over this weekend.
They just scored, too.
Man.
That's my dog. When they got Anthony Miller, man?
They got him over the offseason.
Okay. And you know, what DJ Morton did, because he was on the opposite side, so what he did, I got his head down.
I mean, with Carolina so far, what it's looking like is CMC and DJ Moore bust.
No.
That's what it's looking like.
No, not my dog, man. What with DJ Moore? He just ain't it, huh?
Nah, I'm just saying, like, that's who you need to worry about. Is
oh, you need to worry about now the dude missed the kick. All right, so yeah, it is crazy, man.
But yeah, though, man, Monday.
Yeah. We can't put the cart in front of the horse, man. Yeah. What we got Monday?
It's gonna be an exciting game for the defense. Trust me.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an exciting game for the defense. I'm just trying to give everybody some positive vibes before the night is out.
Okay.
No, man. I see a lot of people like, man, this defense sucks. Like, nah, he don't suck. This defense don't suck, bro. They're not even healthy. They're not even 100%. So we didn't see everybody yet.
Right.
Just to be like, oh yeah, this defense is just trash, or this defense is Parsons or bust. Like, no, this defense is playing complimentary football.
Get them, yeah, complimentary all day.
This is what this defense is doing, and they're playing complimentary football, and this is what we needed last year. So we got it this year. It's a whole new year. We got it this year. Let's be happy with what we got. You know, relax, man. It's just 3 games in. Relax. That's all I got, Law.
Appreciate you, man. You're a real one, Montana, man. Let's go, man. I got another one, man. D, what's good? What's good with you, man?
Hey, what's good, Law?
Get to it.
Nah, man, I think we should give big ups to Zeke. You know,
right?
The money's been spent, man, for a guy to go in there and split his touches, and then also just, you know, not get any touches, and, you know, just go in and really, you know, pass block for the, you know, the most valuable part of our offense. You know, we got to understand where that money's going. It's not always going to be 1,400, 1,500 yards in a season, you know?
Facts.
Kind of crazy to see the pundits coming around. What's that? Mike Greenberg.
Okay.
They're all coming around to the Cowboys side, so I don't really like that.
No, me
like
neither, man. I don't like
being
that.
the underdog. I don't like when they show us love. Stay over there. But yeah, I think Paul. I think the defense. We got a nice little gadget with they keep talking about Parsons as if like, well, he's too. What is he going to do against bigger defenses? Well, we ain't gonna rush with him. We're gonna still have Gregory. We're gonna have Lawrence back eventually. So it's like they got to understand he's just a very crucial part of our pass rush. He's not. We don't depend on him, but he's now added to the mix. So we can kind of like chime down on all this. Well, what's he gonna do when he faces this guy or that guy? Well, he ain't gonna always have to. We're just gonna put him back in the back, where they want to do. And so, also with the Eagles, the way they played against the Niners, I was kind of looking at it, and I'm not really feeling them, man. I think it's more instead of Eagles played a tough defense. I think the Niners kind of lost a lot when they got rid of Buckner, or when they let him walk, or they traded him. I think Buckner was a big part of that defense and what they did that year. And since they got rid of him, I mean, they had a lot of injuries last year, but even just Bosa by himself, So I think they just more or less. The Niners might be average, a little more average than we expect,
Yeah,
So
I think that the Niners are having an issue. We're going back and forth. And just start Trey Lance, man, and just get that thing out the way. Put Jimmy Garoppolo on trade blocks, man, and that's what the same thing that the Chicago Bears should do. Man, stop going back and forth with this and that, man. Start Justin Fields, let the guy play, and stop going back and forth. They had Andy Dalton out there; he folded up like a lawn chair. Look, just put the young guy in, let him learn.
I guess I can kind of be more patient with the Bears just because they might be aware of their offensive line situation.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that offensive line. Yeah. Kind of like Zach Wilson, he going through some pains, right?
Yeah, and I think that's just very important, and I think that just goes hand in hand with offensive line protect your quarterback, just like the defensive line can protect your cornerbacks. And just to segue, just to my last point, I just guess our cornerbacks are starting to get more help from that front. We have a better scheme up front. I think our younger guys can be groomed a little better with that. I think that's what. Guys like Mo Claiborne,
right.
I think Terrence Newman would have had a lot better. He played a lot better on his back end because he played with a lot better fronts. He wasn't always playing with a consistent good front. We had some pretty good fronts here and there, but I think we gotta build our front first, and that's what you see a lot of these defense that they have good fronts. They have like kind of solid to average guys in the secondary. So until we can really build a good front, it's like until you can build a good offensive line, you really don't need to be looking at getting cornerbacks or quarterbacks. So, I think we're on our way, man. I appreciate the call, though.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you for calling in. That's my guy right here, man. All right.
The conference has been locked.
We got 970. What you know? You live, 970. Turn your radio down. He said, hell, I ain't finna get slapped. Let me get up out of here. 518, you're live.
Hey, Law.
What's good, Bond? What's good with you, man? Talk to me.
What's up with you, Bond? What's up with you? Yeah. I was just trying to talk about, last week there was a topic that I missed. They were talking about Colin Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Would the other teams take him? I know I always go over here and trying to talk about Colin Moore, but hey, that's a good topic I missed last week. I was trying to say they were saying, is he a high risk for him to lose him now or to lose him later? My topic is this: would you choose to would you go on with Mike McCarthy, or would you go on with Colin Moore as a head coach?
Well, this is the thing. Mike McCarthy was brought in he's an offensive-minded guy. So he was brought in because he had, I guess, Super Bowl pedigree because he won one before, and he was brought in for that. So in order for Mike McCarthy to fail, you have to see the offense fail. So I don't know how they're going to play this out. I believe that if everything goes to hell, it will be a situation whereas Jerry Jones would pick Kellen Moore. But I just don't see both of those guys ultimately failing at this point.
Yeah.
So it's a conundrum. It would be a situation if Mike goes, you'll see Kellen Moore go. It would be a crazy. This offense had to fall flat on its face. And the time for the offense to fall flat on its face was last year, and it still was top 10 last year, respectfully.
But also this, Law, I was trying to just say, which young head coach ever won a Super Bowl like that? This is a experience league. This is a veterans league. You don't win a Super Bowl with just developing, upcoming. I don't know. Most people that win Super Bowl in this league is like what? Old coaches that went through it. Andy Reid, right?
Well, Andy Reid didn't win a Super Bowl until he, moved to a whole nother team, and then he had Eric Bieniemy. So one could argue that Andy Reid with Eric Bieniemy. Go ahead, talk to me.
With a lot of experience on him, and the current Super Bowl champion too. He also won the Super Bowl with a lot of experience. So it proves like young guys don't win your Super Bowl. But I don't want to hate on Kellen Moore. Anyway,
right, I feel you on that. This would be a situation whereas this is ultimately Jerry Jones' team, and he's never going to go out there and just say, okay, I'm going to sit back and just watch an older guy come over here to coach this team to win the Super Bowl. I think that Mike McCarthy, his best bet would be to embrace Kellen Moore, and he look at it like, okay, if everything goes to hell, Kellen Moore be my fall guy, and I already have big Ben McAdoo to replace him if that ever be a discourse, or I promote him. I would try to tell Kellen Moore, hey, can you take this job offer because, hey, I looked after you because of this, or I looked after you because of that. I just look at it like that would be Mike McCarthy's best angle, but I don't think that he would have a leg to stand on because of the fact that Kellen Moore is already ingrained with the Jones family. And I think that the Joneses will make a few phone calls to make sure that either Kellen Moore goes to back to the Boise State, or he goes or he stays. That's just be the outcome, because I don't think that he is going to allow Kellen Moore to go to another team to coach. I just look at it like that. Jerry Jones got a lot of stuff up his sleeve with that. That's just my thoughts. Go ahead.
But look, I don't want to be a what's the name, Mike McCarthy fanatic, right?
Apologies,
yeah. Mike McCarthy at this moment is the right coach. He's the right coach because look, the way we draft last year, well, it was like we had a bad. That don't normally happen every season, but I'm saying the way he did things this off season, the way we drafted, the way the team is looking now, the way he brought in Dan Quinn, that's an experienced veteran move. That right there is something we didn't have, we haven't had for a while, we couldn't have that with Jason Garrett. So I think in my thing, I'll keep Mike McCarthy, because I feel like even the coaches, even the players know, hey, it's Mike McCarthy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel you with that, Bond, but you got to understand that Dan Quinn wasn't a Mike McCarthy's decision, though. If it was up to Mike McCarthy, you would still have Mike Nolan. You see, so you got to understand that part of it, and as well with the special teams coach. That is all Mike McCarthy's with Johnny Bones. So I feel what you're saying. Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, they giving him some longitude and latitude, but they already made the first move and said, okay, we got your boy up out of the paint, Mike Nolan. You fix this stuff right now, and we will not have to revisit this. Or this will either be Dan Quinn and our son, Kellen Moore's team. Get it right, Mike. You know, that's what they probably told him on the off season behind the cameras when the camera was shut off. So Mike, he may have his back against the wall with this season. So it's hard. It's a hard situation to see if this team fail, because if they fail, it's going to have to be on the defensive side. It can't be on the offensive side, because what will happen here is that now you're going to have too many fingers pointing at each other. Is it Kellen Moore the reason, or is it Mike McCarthy? Or why Mike McCarthy didn't take over the play calling? You'll hear all of this stuff, and then you see the hot seat, and before you know it, it just be nasty, disastrous, man. So it's crazy though. It's a conundrum.
Hey, this season I got a good feeling, man. We up to something, man. I'm telling. After that first game of the season, I just feel like we're up to big things this season, man. To be honest with you.
No doubt, Bonds. Appreciate you calling in, man. You're a real one, man. Appreciate you.
Hey.
Good call from him, man, for the 518 Bones. You know, I gave him a little extra time since he was the last guy of the night, man. And I see some more people call in, but, you know, it is what it is. I got to go, man. But appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you, guys. I gave you guys, 2 hours almost, and I got company over at the house, and I just don't want to be stuck in this room all day without giving them some love and adulations here. But I really appreciate you guys. Let's continue to grind and shine. Be sure, if you've been watching all the way up to this point, hit that like button. Share this content. Let a friend, let a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Yeah, and especially if you've watched all the way to this point and you have not hit that like button, especially if you had not subscribed to this channel at this point.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Come on, Cowboy Nation. Prize fighter continue to swing even when he's down. Continue to fight. Continue to support this team. Continue to root for the Dallas Cowboys, Cowboy Nation. Write this down. I say this on all of my closing or when I get a chance to, and I try to. It's about the mentality. It's about the mindset, that Lions mentality, right? If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all terror of God or man for it, if you will simply, just simply, go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and scargacity, with faith, hope, and confidence and stern pertinacity. If neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or sickness or body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, just like Micah Parsons, is dogged and grim, and proceed and beset it like a lion, you will get it. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Turn me up, Cowboy Nation. Turn me up. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Come on, baby. Where my fire here, baby? Where my fire at? Yeah. Yeah.
I want me some glory hole.
We don't want some glory hole. Yeah. Come on, baby. Come on. Yeah. Y'all already know what time it is. It's time to roll credits. Let's go. Yeah.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. They wanted me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell them it's ice. I got wifey on blinking, she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos. Hit the door and the doorman just whole team here, might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If you're down in my management, I'm just warming up, wait till I open.
Y'all see it. One of the greatest running backs of all time, Emmitt Smith. Shout out to you, Tiffany. Shout out to you, always a lady. James Tyson, appreciate you. And the new member, Fred. Come on. Come on. Yeah.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's
Come on.
Phone ringing and I tell them it's I got wifey on.
All the haters, line up, lean forward just a little bit. Come on.
I keep giving game away.
Yeah.
I put game on layaway. I
Law.
got paid to play today. I
Nation.
get paid to stay away. I get paid on rainy days.
Come on.
I might make it rain today. I got paid off pain today. Thought it'd take the pain away. In my own lane, finger roll.
No
I would
way.
never sell my only soul. Heard your whole
What we
team
tell
was
'em?
for sale.
Not
Who this
ours.
on the market for the low? Who
Hey.
the realest we might never know. All
Ho.
this acting, you gon' play a role. Give
Ain't
you the world
no
when they
party
sign you
like
up.
a
Try you out and then
cowboy
they line you
party,
up. Ooh, now
Yeah.
you're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food.
Tell 'em this.
Now I ran up a check, I might do it again.
Might do it
Enemies
again,
close,
baby.
Had me thinking they're friends.
Yeah.
10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again.
Yeah.
Add it up.
If you think the Eagles gonna win this weekend,
I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Bankroll, euro, peso. Add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what?
come on.
Add it up. Told her if it's all
If
me,
you don't like the
everything is
nation.
on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck.
You ain't subscribed to this right now on all of these platforms I'm on.
I do this once a month. I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up.
He needs some milk.
Yeah. Come on.
All that other bull, it don't matter much. You want me climb me, I put the ladders up.
Oh.
No fault. I done doubled up on the workload.
Double up
I
on
think
it,
I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low.
Yeah.
Add it up. Bankroll, euro, peso.
Clock, what you doing going countdown
I'm just
over
doing
here?
me,
Yeah.
everything is on me.
Let me get this clock out the way. Where my clock at? Out the way.
Euro, peso. Add it up. I'm just
Come on.
doing me, everything is on me.
If it's
You
your
matter
birthday
what.
this month, happy birthday to everybody.
Everything is on me.
Appreciate you. Shout out to all my dogs.
Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up.
Come on.
Told you I'ma
Come on.
do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding
Let's
up.
slow it down for everybody. Let's slow it down. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Come on. Really appreciate y'all. Who's yelling out Tom Brady in New England? Where y'all from, man? Oh, we're gonna settle down just a little bit. Lean forward a little bit. Come on. Get out the way. Yeah. It's crazy. Y'all crazy. For you. What we tell them? Shout out to you, see the dog. Come on.
You know it's dangerous to go alone.
Hey.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I'll follow wherever you go.
Shout out to you.
Whatever you do.
D-Ship.
Player
J Lombardi. APJ was good.
7 years of a perfect love. 7 more and another one.
Yeah.
And another one.
laughing so hard. Shout out to you, Paul. Slap the Godzilla out of him.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone.
Yeah.
Don't let the street
Jerry, let him know.
I want me some glory hole.
Come on.
Wherever you go,
all day, every day.
Whatever you do, play it tune.
Play the tune.
If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't
A
feel
to
that
Z
far.
Media Network. Salute to you, Paul. Appreciate you.
If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go. Darryl, appreciate you.
You have to.
Sadiqua,
And
your daughter's birthday
really
in
tough,
5
really
days.
rough,
My daughter's birthday is tomorrow.
but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that.
She'll be
Because you don't know
5,
who you
quarter
are.
on 25.